whatever time it is you're watching today. I am Bethany Morris, and I'm filling in for Pastor Michael today, and this is the bread of life where Jesus is the main ingredient. We're continuing with our Philippians series today. We're in Philippians 2:20 through 22, and I'm going to read the passage for us, and we can dive right into it. I have no one else like Timothy who genuinely cares about your welfare. All the others care only for themselves and not for what matters to Jesus Christ. But you know how Timothy has proved himself. Like a son with his father, he has served with me in preaching good news. Pray with me. Dear God, I thank you so much for these words that you've given us, the instructions that you have given us to live by. Father, I pray that you would anoint my heart and my words, that I would speak only what you desire me to speak, and that we would receive it with open hearts and open ears and open minds, Father. I pray this all in your precious name. Amen. In this passage, we heard Paul talking about his mentee, Timothy. And something about Timothy in this passage that you can clearly tell is that Paul has this respect for him. That Timothy is not like the others that he calls, the others who only cared about themselves and not what matters to Jesus. But Timothy is a servant leader, one that cares about the people he's preaching to, genuinely cares that they would have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And he's not looking for the platform or the spotlight or just the well-known name. Timothy has walked alongside Paul like a son with his father, learning from him, being able to be molded by him. And we see that Timothy now has this perseverance, this respect, this integrity. And if we take a step back and look at Timothy, who is this great leader, who's this great preacher, who's this great missionary, we can see he has learned from Paul. And that says so much about Paul's character, that he has now raised up Timothy, who has been going out into the world with true good intentions, desiring for the people to know who Jesus Christ is, know what he has done for them, and to know how to live for him now. Behind every leader is another leader that has taught and raised them up. And what is so beautiful is that Jesus has given us this ability to teach others, that students don't remain students but become teachers, where they're raised up, that they become teachers and are able to teach others. And those students will be raised up to also teach others. And there's this beautiful chain that happens, that Paul doesn't always stay in this position of mentoring, even though he may, but he can also now learn from Timothy. And everyone needs this in their life, whether it be, as drastic as traveling with Paul as Timothy did, or someone that we meet up with weekly or monthly, whatever it may be. Who are the people in your lives that have raised you up to the place you are now, that you have watched and you have learned from it and you have studied, that the way that they treat others is with integrity and respect and kindness, and their heart is pure, where their intentions are truly just to glorify the Lord and not to bring glory to themselves. That is a true leader. Someone that is able to live by example, that we can quite literally see the love they have for Jesus by the way that they live, the way that they speak, the way that they are intentional with those that are following them. What's so beautiful is that followers become leaders. And who are the people that we can now in turn lead? And I know many people are, I'm not good at leader, I'm not good at this. You don't have to be in a crowd of 5,000 people to be a leader. Who are the people in your lives that you can raise up, that you can encourage, that you can lead by the way you live your life? It doesn't have to be a crowd of thousands. It can be your neighbor. It can be your daughter, your son, your friend, your sister, your brother. It can be someone older than you. It doesn't have to be an age thing. Oftentimes we find mentors and older people because they have walked longer than us. But what's so beautiful is that we can learn from one another, and as we're called to go out and make disciples of all nations, we have to really do that. To be a true disciple is to live fully for Jesus, and going out and teaching and learning, because we never stop learning. We never stop learning, even when we're teaching. So who can we do this with? Who's in your life that you can go out and teach? Who are the people that you can learn from? I encourage you to pray and discern these things, because we are called to go out, not stay in this bubble, even though it's very comfortable. We're called to lead and to learn and to teach, because the Lord has equipped us. Even when we don't think we have the right words, he gives them. And he raises people up in our lives to show us how to. I pray this over you, and I pray blessings over your day and your week and your month and your year. Stay close to him, brothers and sisters. He will show you the way. He will bring people up in your life, and he will use you if you allow him to.